Shit. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King Gaming. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I did it again. Why the fuck did the sun keep... But a while back, I made a video, and I think that's when I took like a 2-day break. Like, I've never done anything like this before. Up until like last month, I haven't missed a full week of uploading on YouTube. But I explained to y'all why in that last video. But in that video that I made a while ago when I missed 2 days of uploading, I said that when you change your setup around, it sort of revitalizes you and gets you motivated to make more videos, and I guess that's what happened because I'm making one right now. Oh, let me show you something. I don't know if you saw, but I hung up the 1,000 subscriber play button. Shit's looking real sexy up there. But let's get right into it. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story. This story is going to be about one of the other stupid things that I did while I was in school. So in this story, I'm not in elementary school anymore, right? I'm in middle school. I joined a new middle school when I went to 5th grade. That's when I met Dice. But was this in 5th grade? This couldn't be in 5th grade. This had to be in like 7th or 8th grade. That's like around the time where we stopped getting recess, which was fucked up. You can't take away a recess in middle school. That's fucked up. That's not a good transition. Recess should be fucking over once you get to high school, not middle school. So now that I didn't have recess to look forward to, I had lunch to look forward to. Since they wasn't giving us recess, we was doing stupid shit in the lunchroom. Niggas was throwing milk cartons and shit. Every school in the hood's gym is the lunchroom. That's what white people, listen to me. The gym is the lunchroom in every school in the hood. So niggas was shooting basketballs, throwing footballs and shit all around the lunchroom while I'm trying to enjoy my food. Now after I finished my food, did I join in? That's besides the point. Now I don't know if every school has this. I know most schools in Philly have it. I don't know if this is like everywhere, but there's something called the noontime aid that like helps out during lunch and shit like that. Like the people that think they run shit but actually have no power at all. Basically the people that clean up after lunch. That's what they do. And if you ever like pay attention to what they're doing, like when they're cleaning up, if you see like trash and shit on the table, you can see them like put their hand out and scoop the shit into their hand. Like, how do you do that? I know I'm being very specific right now, and I don't know if you've ever seen this, but pay attention if you got one of those people in your school. They're walking around, putting their hand out, scooping juice and crumpled up cookies and shit, and scooping it into their hand, and throwing it in the trash. It's disgusting. How could you spend the rest of your life doing shit like that? I'm not cleaning up after those snot-nosed little kids that's always talking shit. You know that's what they doing, because what I'm about to tell you is an example of that. So there was this noontime aide at my school. She was a hand scooper too. She scooped trash into her hand. Her name was fucking Mildred. Mildred. Like, that name just screams, I got 17 cats and Bengay is stocked on the regular in my medicine cabinet. You can't get any older than that. You could tell that was a name passed down generation by generation, but if you go find the source, it was definitely a white man that gave it to him. Like, if you look at the name Mildred, just picture it. What I see when I think of that name, I see the slave master's wife sitting in the house drinking tea while we out there in shackles and chains and shit like that. Ain't no African motherfucker from the Congo coming up with no name Mildred. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but what I'm about to say next, some might find offensive, but I'm speaking my mind. That bitch was the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life. Like, her face was fucked up. Like, she just looked weird. I'm not the best looking motherfucker on the planet, but I'm just saying that bitch was ugly. Let me see if I can draw a picture for y'all real quick. I'm gonna just draw her facial construction. Her face looked like this. It was like a fucking beanbag. There was a certain defining trait about Mildred that nobody saw until I pointed out. Her titties was crooked. One was up here, one was down here. Some days they be over here. It was no telling which direction they was gonna be. They were not big. They were like this, but they were like up and down, side to side some days. Fucking Mildred. So I pointed it out, and that became like a running joke in the lunchroom. When eventually one day I decided to say something about it. So she walks in the lunchroom, like even her walk was weird. Like she was all over the place. That bitch was a mess. And this next part may be explicit for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. So she walks in the lunchroom, people start talking about her titties and shit, they all over the place again. So I felt like I had to say something. So I get up, I stand on the, on the seat, and I yell out, loud as shit in the lunchroom. Mildred, fix your titties! Loud as shit. Whole lunchroom, stop. She turned around and looked. I'm just thinking, hold on. Thinking of a time, some dude I knew, his name was Nassim. He threw a pretzel at the back of her head. Same thing happened, like her stopping and turning around, whole lunch. He threw a piece of pretzel at the back of her head. That shit was hilarious. But back to the story. Now she stops, looks directly at me. Before she could turn around, I tried to sit down in my seat and act like I was talking to niggas, but they stopped talking. Like they froze. So I knew I was in a fucked up situation. So she leaves out the lunchroom. I thought she was crying or some shit like that. No, she went to the principal's office. So she goes to the principal's office. Of course, she tells her what happened. And then they call down to the lunchroom for me to come upstairs. Once again, I'm in the fucking principal's office, right? So the principal's like, you want to explain to me what happened down there? I'm lying and said I ain't do shit, cause she ain't turned around until I was sitting down. So she couldn't know specifically that it was me. Now, did she get the right person? Yes, she did. So I'm acting like I didn't know what happened, right? Then Mildred's like, that boy said, let me get some pussy. That's what he said. I'm like, hold up, what? I've never been in this situation before. Like, usually they have it spot on exactly what I did. But either she heard me wrong cause her old fucking ears, or she's fucking lying. Either way, she got the story fucked up. And I don't think the punishment was gonna be as bad if I said, fix your titties, rather than saying let me get some pussy. I would. First of all, you're disgusting. I wouldn't even joke around like that. Second of all, you're 80 fucking years, you're fucking ancient. So I'm like, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I definitely didn't say that. Now in my head I'm like, which direction do I go? Do I say I said something else for a lesser punishment, or do I go with not saying anything at all, which is what I planned on saying when I came up here before she fucking lied? So I go with I didn't say anything route, and it's my word against hers. So nothing fucking happened. No phone call, none of that shit. I actually don't know how I worked my way out of that, but it happened. But I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas and enjoying their break so far. I'm on my break right now. And for those that don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you enjoy it. Spending time with your family, which is what the holidays are supposed to be for. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe before you make your way up out of here. I'm gonna see my King Gaming Squad in the next one. I'm out. Peace.